Techy Tuesday, everybody. So today is the first day of our month-long mini-series of Facebook ad ideas through command. So to make the campaign a lot easier, it's easier to create all of your content first so that all we have to do is plug it into the campaign. So the very first thing we want to do, of course, is log into your command. Then you will go ahead and create a design through the Designs tab. So that is going to be on the left side. You're going to see the third from the bottom is the Designs tab with the paintbrush. I've already created one for you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and share this with you guys. But of course, please create your own design in here if you would like. The one that I use is if you click on Create Design, you're going to go to Social and Continue. Now these designs are awesome to be able to customize and use your own. So I got mine under lead generation under my website, and I used this third from the top that says start your home search, but I just reworded it to say renting versus buying. Now like I said, you can use any of these great templates. Make sure you do use Social Square, because in this example I'm going to be running it through Facebook and Instagram, and that's going to be the best version of it. So go ahead and create your design and save it into your gallery. And what that means is once you save it in your gallery, you'll be able to just plug this in when we're doing the design or when we're doing the campaign. So you're going to first create your design. The next thing we're going to do is we want to be sure to have our smart plan that we're going to use that's going to direct everybody once we capture their information. So I already created a full smart plan for you guys, and you'll just be able to download it straight to your command. So what you're going to do is we're going to go into smart plans. It's going to be the fourth from the top. And now we are going to go to library. Once you are in library, we're going to go ahead and search for it. The easiest name to search for it is just by searching by author name, which is me. So you will just search for my name, MCM, or EILEEN, MCMAHON. I've already created two, but the one that we are using today, it says rent versus buy FB ad lead follow-up. So this one's going to have a few different plans to it, and I'll go more in depth in here in a moment. But how to grab this smart plan is you're going to click Add Smart Plan at the bottom right, and you're going to download. Oh, it's already in mine because I created it. But you are going to click download, and it's going to go into your library. Now let me show you a little bit of what this email or what this smart plan looks like. what everything it's going to entail. Okay. So what we're going to have, and this is going to be very important, is the contact tag triggers, which is going to be buyer and Facebook lead. That's going to be very important, so just remember that when we're running the actual campaign, and I'll explain that a little bit more in a moment. But the very first step is going to be sending a text message. So as soon as that lead comes into your command, it's automatically going to text them this text message if you have Twilio. Now we do have another video if you are interested in Twilio of how to get this account onto your command. It's going to be an automatic text message service with credits. So the very first text message will say this. It says, hi, contact first name. It'll automatically add their contact first name in here. I received your request to learn more and see how much you can afford per month for a mortgage. Owning your own home will build long-term wealth for you. When is a good time for me to call and discuss to make this a reality? 2 days later, it's going to send them an email of the difference between buying versus renting. 3 days later, it's going to send them another text message with a link to properties in San Antonio. So you'll want to make sure that you have that. Any of this as well, I do want you guys to edit this and make sure you put your information. I made it very generic right now, but make sure you go into the smart plan and you edit it and you put your contact information in there. 2 days later, it's going to send an email with the home buying guide. 3 days later, it's going to add them to a bi-weekly neighborhood nurture smart plan. 2 days later, it's going to send them an email to promote your app so that they can download your app and start searching for homes. 3 days later, it's going to send them another text message in here. 2 days later, it's going to send them another text message just saying, are you receiving the neighborhood listing alerts I've sent you from the smart plan, from the bi-weekly neighborhood smart plan. 5 days later, it's just going to be kind of wrapping it up and making sure that you're still in assistance with them. So make sure that when you do that, you are editing it so that it has your contact information in there. So we'll go ahead and save that. Make sure you download that smart plan. Now, the next thing I want you to have open is from your website, your mortgage calculator. If you are needing this on your website, we do have another Techy Tuesday video of how to put this on your website, but it is going to be on your KW website. You'll click on your agent and you'll see mortgage calculator. Most likely we have already created it for you, but if you don't have that, we have a video, or you can reach out to us and we'll help you create it. And you're gonna wanna have this open because we are going to need this link. So starting from the beginning, first we need to have our design. Second, we are going to have our smart plan that we downloaded from the library, and we are also going to need a link because this is where everyone is going to end up once they submit to your campaign. Now, if you may feel like you're a little lost because it is a little bit if it is sounding like it is a little bit of everywhere, don't worry. It's all going to be plugged into your campaign and it's going to make a lot more sense here in a moment. So I have already created one, and so I'm just going to go through and show you where everything's going to go. But what you will do is you will create design, you will do a social ad, and I need you to fill this out. So put the campaign name. This is just going to be what you're seeing to help you keep organized of what your campaign you're running. Right now we are going to be attracting to buyers, and we will want to run it through Facebook and through Instagram. If you just want to do Facebook, that's totally fine too. The example I'm using today will be on both. Now, so this is one that I said is already built out. I also will be adding on a Google document with the design that I'm using, the template that I'm using with the verbiage, and then the detailed targeted audience. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the description as well. But the very first thing, we have to make sure that all of these are green check marks to be able to publish our campaign. So we already started off with what our campaign name is going to be and what our goal is. For this one, we do not have to add a listing since we are going to be attracting buyers. We do not need to add a listing. But the text that we're going to have is in the main copy. It's going to say, while it's true that buying a piece of property is a major investment, it's a myth that most renters can't afford it. Want to know what you can afford each month to achieve your home buying goal? I can help make this dream a reality. Now, you'll see that as you're creating this ad, you're going to see a description of it over on the right side. So you'll start seeing what it looks like in live time. The headline is going to say, stop renting today. The description is going to say, click the learn more button to see what you can afford. Now, this is what your ad is going to start looking like. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. Now we're going to add our media. And so you can have up to 5 photos in here, but I have only just put 1. But what you'll do is you will click add more. You can choose from a listing if you're going to be using a listing. You can add images, you can browse the designs library, or you can upload your own. The reason that we created the designs library is because now I can just plug this in. I can preview and crop the image. Now we already have the logo in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off since it's already up at the top, and I'm gonna go ahead and save that media. Now the next thing we are going to do is the Facebook and Instagram settings. So I wanted to go onto my business page. For Instagram position, we always want to keep it on feed so that it's on your timeline rather than through a story because it'll show better on the feed. We always want to make sure that we keep it on the Facebook lead generation form, the one that's recommended, because it'll automatically populate that person's information from their Facebook. We want to keep it on the learn more button because sign up and apply now kind of scare people away from clicking on your ad. And this is why we also had the website, the link from your website up already, because now we're going to copy that link and we're going to put it in the URL. Now, I went through and I already created a, where did it go? I created a renting audience. Now that is going to be the audience that I have for you guys. I have a photo of that for the detailed target audience so that you are not having to search for them yourself. So you're going to go ahead and click on, so you'll go onto custom audience and you are going to add interests of all of the different people. Now, once you have your audience, you can go ahead and click save audience, and that's where you will save it, and you'll be able to name it so that you don't have to come up with it every single time, and you'll be able to use the same one. So now we'll go ahead and click save. The next part is going to be the lead settings. Now this is where the auto tag, when I was talking about the smart plans, this is where this is going to come into play, is because as soon as that lead comes in, it's going to automatically tag them whatever tag you want to put in here. So I went ahead and did the Facebook lead and the buyer and in here, so it'll automatically tag those. And I've also assigned it to a smart plan, so that's why we wanted to download that smart plan that I created to your library so that you will be able to assign them to that smart plan. And so the first thing that's going to happen as soon as that lead comes in, it is going to automatically text them this first text message for you. So that's going to be the lead settings. You can add whatever tags you want, it's just this is the one that I had used for this example. Now, for the duration and budget, I am going to be doing this because we will be having a competition coming soon. So the duration of it will be 5 days, but you can definitely add a few days if you would like. But normally I'm going to put 5 days, and I'm going to put a total of $25 behind the budget for this, so it spends $5 per day. Now, for running it through Facebook and Instagram ads, we do not want to distribute them evenly. We want to use automatic placements for Facebook and Instagram ads because Facebook uses their algorithm. If you see on this eye, it says it uses their algorithm to intelligently spend your money based on audience and performance. And so we want to go ahead and split that up so that it'll dynamically push it out that way. Then we're going to go ahead and save. And so one more thing before we wrap it up, I do like to show that this audience definition is new. And so you always want to gauge it to be in the green. You don't want it to be too broad. You don't want it to be in the red, to be too specific. We want it to be defined, and it'll also tell you the potential reach that you will reach from this ad. Next, what you're going to do, I'm not actually going to run this, but you'll click on publish campaign and you'll go ahead and put whatever card you want to put on file. So I'll go ahead and save draft. I'm going to save it as a draft. Just going over, just want to show you how you're going to get your ads. So the overview is going to show you the title of what the ad is, a preview of what the ad looks like, the status of the ad. Of course, all of mine are in draft right now, but you will also be able to see if they are in progress or they are or if they're working right now. The duration is going to show you how long that ad's going to run for. The CPM is going to be cost per impression, how many times it shows up on somebody's timeline. The CPC is going to be cost per click, so how many times somebody has actually clicked on your ad. And the CPLC is going to be the cost per lead captured. It'll also show you how much you've spent and the goal of your campaign. Alrighty, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Please schedule your appointments with us. Thanks you. Talk to you later.